What we lack in a cohesive narrative, we make up for in just an incredible variety of original sources. What we really focus on here in this program is seeing as much original material as possible.
I was actually really excited to come to this program because it was the first time I've been on a plane. So I've never been to Europe, I've never been out of the United States, so this was my first experience traveling, and I thought coming with a group of students my own age, being on guided tours so I could actually know what I was seeing, I think was a really positive thing to do and come to Europe in that sense.
Laurence was a very great tour guide. She really knows what she's doing.
The King of France had some kind of power over the Count of Provence.
Suggested him to come here to a mental hospital where he would be taken care of. They rebuilt the baptistry around the original immersion of baptistry.
I think she was a big part of it, which helped us learn a lot more about the different places that we saw, which you also wouldn't really get to see, like all the very small towns, you know, like the little medieval towns that are way up in the hill that you don't really get to see anywhere else also, and the little houses, like the small gardens and the little knickknacks that everyone has, and like everything's very like artisan oriented and everything's very creative, and it's pretty magical altogether, I'd say.
Some of the most moving experiences for the participants in the program is often standing at the sites from which Van Gogh painted some of his most important works, or walking up the hill from which Cézanne painted the views of Mont Saint-Victoire.
My favorite part about the trip was absolutely being able to visit Van Gogh's hospital, having read a lot of his letters to his brother that he wrote during that time, and appreciating so much of his artwork that he painted while he was there. I mean, from the olive trees, and he continued his sunflower series there, and he painted his room there in a gorgeous painting, and seeing just these places and sort of getting a feel for what it was like for him, and just like so much of his artwork is about light and just feeling what the light was like where he was when he painted it. It gives me a much deeper appreciation for exactly what he was trying to say with his work.
It's quite exciting for those of us who run the program each year to, you know, turn a particular corner in Arles and see people's jaws drop when they see the portal of the Cathedral of Saint-Trophime. It's a stunning sight. It takes your breath away.
I saw so many like architectural monuments that are just amazing to see in real life. You cannot compare any of that to a photograph that someone could show you. Just today we went to like the top of a medieval fortress. Everyone's like, yeah, medieval fortresses are cool, but you go there and you see and you look down and you're standing somewhere where someone hundreds of years ago also stood, and it's just like the coolest experience.
It's a chance to fully immerse yourself in a deeply sophisticated culture with immense amounts of history and a really dynamic past that allows you to study all different movements of art and to reference that with everything else, that all of the history of this area with the Roman ruins and the monasteries and churches and all the frescoes and gorgeous paintings and moving through the Renaissance, and all of this just gives you a very clear image of what one of the most important areas of art during the early 20th century and late 19th century was all about.
As an educator, one of the great rewards is to watch people experience something that moves them